Programs manipulate information, and information comes in many forms. Java is a type-safe language, which means that it requires you to explicit about what kind of information you intend to manipulate, and it guarantees that you manipulate the data in a reasonable manner. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Data Type lesson. Everything that you manipulate in a Java program will be a certain type, and you will constantly find yourself telling Java what type of data you intend to use. What this means? The data type in Java are divided into two main parts, the primitive and non-primitive. The primitive, there are 8 primitive data types in Java: Boolean, byte, character, double, float, int, long, and short. 4 of these are considered fundamentals, like Boolean, character, double, and integer. The other 4 types are variations that exist for programs that have special requirements. The 4 fundamental types that will be explored are listed in this schema. So, the type of integer contains long, int, short, and byte, and we will discover them in the next couple of minutes, how to declare these variables and how to create them. The floating points, double and float for the decimal floats. So the integer data type is a primitive, and it only accepts the real numbers without decimal points. So the floating point, it consists of float and double, and we will see what are the difference between them, but they mainly used for using decimal points. The Boolean is a type variable of primitive type in Java and only accepts true or false. So it have two cases or two statements and states the true and the false condition. So the last one in the primitive is the character. The character is used to specify one single character like A, B, C, or D, or whatever you want, and accepts also the special characters, and we will discuss it later in standalone class and standalone lesson. So these are the primitive. The non-primitive data, we have in Java something called string. It's just like having a statement, a group of character, the array, and etc. We will discuss them later, and we will have on every topic we will have a separate class and separate lesson. So please write them down on your copybook, or you can download them from the description below, or download Master Coding application from Play Store to get all these documents free. Now let's go to our IDE, IntelliJ, or Eclipse, or whatever you want to use. And I need, before I start discussing the data types, I need to show you that there are online compilers for Java. So if we go to online to jdoodle.com/online-java-compiler, you see that there is online Java compiler IDE, and you can put whatever you want here, and you execute, and it will display the results. And also there is another good one. It's called online-java-compiler. So these are the best for me, but these will not be good for later courses, later lessons, like classes, objects, and other things. So these are for the primitive data types, for primitive and basic lessons. I prefer using IDE like IntelliJ. I'm not making a promotion for it, but I think it is the best one for downloading and using it for Java development. Now, so we need to make and clarify how to use and how to create like integers and data type. So this is our hello world. This go to IntelliJ and create a new project and create a new class. Please look back to the previous lesson to see how to create the hello world. And we are using the hello world. I made the public class and static void main method. Don't worry, we will clarify them when these lessons came to the course. So, creating variables. Guys, when you see that there is two slashes, this means that it is a comment. So, guys, look, if I write anything in IDE, it will be in other colors. But when I make a comment, it will look a different color. So this will not be executed by the compiler. This will not be executed during when you press run. The program will read it and not execute this line of code because it is a comment. So comment, it is not a thing that you should express and you should execute. So we will discuss later on how to create the comments, but till now I am just clarifying what we are doing. So in order to create the primitive data called integer, we use the keyword called int. So int a equal, and I assign it to 10. The value is 10. I need to print this. So in order to print it, printing variable, I need, as I told you in the previous video, system.out.print. So a equals, you see guys, before I need to show you something. What you expect to do for the Java compiler in this execution. So it will read everything in the main. It will create a variable called a and store it inside it a value 10. And then system.out.print, it will print on the screen on the terminal the a equal or the value of a. So we will discover it now. Click run, and you see guys that the compiler, it prints out the a equal. So it does not print for us the value of a. So guys, concentrate on this very important point. Whenever you put this green inside the green between the two quotations here, it will be executed as it. So it will copy it and paste it here. Just copy and paste. In order to print the variable, we need to put the plus sign and we put the name of the variable. So here we have the data type of the variable. As I told you, Java is a type-safe language, which means that it requires you to be explicit about what kind of information you intend to manipulate and guarantees that you manipulate the data in a reasonable manner. Int a, this variable name, the equal sign, I am assigning to the variable a value 10. Okay? In order to print it, system.out.print, I am telling that a, this is the constant string. We'll see how to make strings later on. But till now, use this for like illustration. Now, in order to print the variable, I use the plus sign. So let's run again and see the variable a equal to 10. So this part is common. You see, guys, this part is constant. And the variable part here is this. So it goes to the a and print it out. What this means. How Java stores variables inside the memory. Think about the memory as boxes. So like this and so on. We will create a variable like this, creating the variable a equal to 10. So we go to the memory and we store inside a the value 10. And think about the boxes. We are creating variables of these boxes. This is the variable name a, and the value of a inside the box is 10. So this is the value. So the variable a is stored inside the memory containing a value a. Now, this is the data type int, the name a, and the assigned value is 10. Concentrate with me, guys. This is the value, and this is the name a, value a 10, and the name is a. If we need to call the variable back to our application, we go to the memory and specify and calling it. So it goes to the memory and tell, hey, I need to get the variable a. So the plus sign, as I told you, is to get the variable from the memory. The storing the variable may be made by integer, the data type, the name of the variable, and the assigned value. And calling the variable is called by inside the print is by plus a name of the variable. Okay, so the integers as example. What are the integers example? We can store 42. We can store -3. So we can specify -3, 18, 0, 2, 3, 3, and we'll see in the next couple of minutes what are the range of integers. Now we saw how to create the integer. Let's go and create the 3 other types of integers. The short b equal to 9. The long c equal to this number, and I should specify L at the end, see guys, and the long short int and the byte here equal to 1. Okay, I have created 4 variables, one of type integer, the b of type short, the c of type long, d of type byte. I need to print them, so I will copy and paste this b, and I change the name of the variable. C, I change this, the constant part, the string part, and the variable part. Also, I will print d here and here, d. Guys, I will show you when we run, that these will be executed on the same line. So there are no spaces, and there are no we need them on every variable on a new line. So for that we need to create println. So print line will move to the next line and print it on a new line. Okay, so ln like this. I will run again. Also I need this println, so it will execute this and go to the next line. This means println. So these are our variables. Okay guys, so a equal to 10, b equal to 99, and c equal to this number, and d equal to 1. There is a very important note. One will ask me what is the difference between byte, short, int, and long, because they are of type integer. Why they create 4 types of them? Okay, there is a very big difference between them, is the size. So the byte, its size in the memory is 1 byte. Okay guys, and the range of values that can be stored is from -128 to 127, and its default value equal to 0. We will see the default value in the next couple of minutes. So the range of values is if we create a byte value, I will show you. If we create the byte D, I can make 1 to 8. It's out of range. So you see guys that we are out of range. So if I put 1 to 7, so it is inside the range and included, so we can create a byte variable. So if we have a value 1 to 8, how to store it? We can store it inside the short. So short, we have 2 bytes in the memory. Its size is 2 bytes, and accepting from minus 32,768 to 32,767. Now let's move to the short, and I will specify 32,768. And you see guys, it is an error, having an error. Required type short provided int. So he is telling us that we cannot store this value, it's out of range, inside a short. You should put it inside an integer. So it specify from -32768. If you see the 9, it is wrong. So from minus 32,768 to 32,767. This is the range. Now let's go back to the integer. We see that integer is of size 4 bytes. So 4 bytes allow you to, and the integer allows you to store the values of -2 million from this 2 billions to 2 billions and this number. And the default value is 0. And the long is 8 bytes in the memory. You see guys, the byte is 1, short is 2, int is 4, long is 8. So you can store from this number, this very long number, to this very long number, and its default value equal to 0. In next lessons, we will learn about float, double, boolean, and character, and we will see these ranges and how to specify them and how to declare them. So as a recap for our video, this lesson, we have learned how to create variables and what are the difference between the variables. And we created the integer parts, the integer variables inside Java. So we have learned about the integer parts, creating integer variables. Okay, and I will save the project. You can download it. Oh, it's very easy. You can write it down in your project and run it. So I hope you benefit from our video. I need from you to practice on this and try yourself writing the codes on your own PC. So programming is about practicing. So the good programmer is the one who practice more. I need from you to open your PC and start learning, writing down this and try the ranges and understand the int, short, long, and byte, and print them out. Okay, so I hope see you in the part 2 of the variables, the data types, and see you.